So our speaker and founder of Easylib, Vasudev Pandey, will be presenting from Easylib OPAC 6.4.
Okay, good evening, or rather good afternoon, everyone. This is Vasudev Pandey from Easylib Software Private Limited. I hope you are able to see me on the screen. So thank you for joining. We have nearly 150 registrations. We hope most of you will be joining, and we'll get started. Already we have about nearly 50 people. Can somebody confirm you are getting the Srujan? Can somebody confirm you are seeing my screen? Can you confirm you are seeing the screen? Priya?
Not yet, sir. The screen is not yet visible.
Already sharing, so you are presenting.
Click open the.
Are you able to see? No?
So just cancel and click present now again.
Okay, let me do that. Okay, what about now?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. So very nice to see a lot of you actually. I'm seeing some of our clients over here, some people who are totally new, I have not met. And I see people from all parts of India. Very happy to see all of you. It's like I've been traveling to all these places. That's how it feels like. Thank you so much. And we are honored that you have agreed to give about an hour and a half time for seeing the presentation. So presentation and demo. So let's get started. So right now you are all on mute, and we encourage you to use the chat box to ask any questions. So last 15 minutes we'll keep it for question answers. So we'll answer the questions, most of the questions. Okay. Let's get started. I'll keep asking whether you're able to see the presentation. So now are you able to see? Is it visible, Priya?
Hi, yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So, all right. So the topic of this presentation is Web OPAC best practices and Easylib 6.4a Web OPAC demo. As you know, Easylib Software Private Limited, we are in the work of helping the libraries automate for the last 18 years. Since 2001, we have been working in this space. Our Easylib 4.4 is nearly at running at around 500 colleges, and the 6.2a and subsequently 6.4a are the newer versions. Okay, so now let's see what's the different terminologies. The first one, library website, OPAC, desktop OPAC, web OPAC. For librarians, all of them may look like different ones. But when it comes to the end user, the students, all they mean is library website, right? It's internal terminology, what we put in the library website and what we put it in the OPAC. For the students, it's the library website. Okay, so I'll start with the library website best practices. So we are going to analyze 3 top universities over here for about 15 minutes, okay, the library website. Then we'll collate the best practice in about 5 minutes. Then the next 45 minutes, we'll spend time on the demonstration of Easylib, followed by the question answers. Okay, let's take 3 of them. Why I choose the 3? Because these are some of the best universities or organizations in the world. Okay, so let's get started. So this is the library website for Indian Institute of Science, right? What you see over here, some things really I noted, okay, are the very clear, concise information of the journal subscribe. Then you got the external information that they have got it, like Turnitin, Scopus, and other things. There is a clear statistics page over here, and it gives an elegant view, suitable to the audience. This is a research institute, And this website suits the interest of the research students. So that's what we see from the Indian Institute of Science website to begin with. Okay. Let's go to the next one. So this is Harvard University website. This is much wider, much broader, whereas the Indian Institute of Science is more research institute. Harvard caters from undergrad to master's to the PhD, and it has got a wide variety, including Harvard Business School, Law School, Management, and Humanities, and much more. So what do you see over here? See, one of the best practices is the alert over here, right? So this is the time people would want to see, how do I take the best use of the library website or libraries in this COVID period? So they have updated here. And this portion, I have been watching this website every day. It gets updated. If you go to Harvard University website, you see a different picture here. You see the different articles, so it basically is constantly updated every day, feeling that, Dr. Ranganathan said that a library is a growing, living organism. So Harvard University website gives that feeling. Okay. So now here help with, because it's such a big library, so you need help, and visits, collections, about My Holis. Holis is the software that they use for the OPAC. Okay. So you can log in from here, ask questions, hours, and all that. So this is Harvard website. Now let me click on this Holis and see here. And this is their OPAC. And again, it's, it's got quite a bit of search. One thing that really caught my attention was, when I searched on management here, right, it gave me the list of all the material, books, ebooks, journals, articles, and all that material. So I did not have to go and search in books, then in ebooks separately. So all of it was visible over here. And on the right side, you will see that there is so much ability to the things. That's the second thing that I saw. Again, at the top, you will see the different kind of conditions. So these are some of the things that caught my attention. And they have provided a lot of links to the external resources. One of the links is this one, actually. So the summer reading, and then tied up one of the private organizations to get the digital books and made it available for the public. So, and this is linked from Harvard site. Okay. So they have done a lot of groundwork, even in this COVID situation, how we can be of help to more students. This is an example. Okay. Now let me go to the last one, the Stanford University. What caught my attention to Stanford University is the moment you put Stanford University library, the beautiful Google search results. Library, about the library, search tools using the library. The first page itself, in Google itself, they have done that. So for this, there is one software called Yoast, Y-O-A-S-T. That is what needs to be implemented, which will help give users do the search even from directly Google itself. And then, of course, this additional thing. So they've done a lot of work on this. This is Stanford University. Now let's go to the website. And here you see this. So Harvard was a little bit more conservative. Stanford is more current over here. Again, you see all the links here, and the latest information, searchability, and the links to a lot of these materials you see here. One thing that I want to tell you, this YENO, YENO, I studied that. You know what it does? If somebody has searched on physics and he is in the first year, this software, software goes and finds out what else he could be searching. And based on that, dynamically, it will give that recommendation. So quite a bit of artificial intelligence. This is a startup based out of San Francisco. And I see that the Stanford has already tied up with that. So this shows that to keep your website constantly upgraded, you need to constantly, better to work with some of the players who are doing the cutting edge research. And one other thing that shows me is that both Harvard University and Stanford University, two of the top most universities of the world, they are private universities. They're not government funded at all. Entire research funding, entire funding for running these universities comes from the students and other grants. So what I would like to say here is that definitely there are a lot of effort they are putting in maintaining these websites. So now collating all this, this is the best practice that I see from the library website /OPAC. First one, there is a website. Creative design, which is applicable to your institute. If you are a fashion design institute, you want to make your OPAC related to the fashion technology. Similarly, medicine, put more information of medicine that I see. And the detailed web OPAC link is there, updatable easily, frequent updates they do every day and all that. Lot of useful links they have provided. As we saw in the IISc, statistics is there, advanced search is there, open access. See, look at the, none of them ask for the login up front. Okay, so that's a notable factor. So even while searching the OPAC, they don't ask. Only when you want to reserve a book, then okay, give me your Stanford user ID. Okay, so they have different section for new clipping, news, new arrival, theses, their own publications, help desk link is there, vendors cooperation, working with vendors, it is there, lot of events. I'll show you some of the events. When you go and explore, you will find it. Book talks, feedbacks, competition, user surveys, consortium, user groups, journals, ebooks, you name it. This is a lot of effort has gone into these websites. And one thing that I see is that to keep your library website up to date, there is a good amount of effort is required. It is the website for your library doesn't end the day you deploy the latest software. It begins on that day, because that day onwards you got to use the software to constantly keep it up to date. And so far we covered those three. Okay, and thanks to some of the people who already did the research, you have this in the end. I have cited those also. Okay. All right, so now let's move on to the Easylib site. So this is where, this is how the Easylib website OPAC looks. Let me have a glass of water. So this is the Easylib web OPAC login that you see. So now what I'll do is I'll switch from the PowerPoint mode to the real live demo itself. Okay, so I'm going to log in two places, one as a user and other as a library staff. Okay, so let me go here. This Chrome, let me log in as one of the students. Okay, so as you see here, right, plus, minus, and all that. See, this is the Easylib front-ending web OPAC. What we have tried is that to build a library website, you need to put additional investments of get a server space, deploy either WordPress or go with a Wix site, build your library website, link from that website to over here. Okay. On the other hand, what we have tried to do is make this OPAC itself as responsive as possible, as updatable as possible, so that if you have a separate library website, that's well and good. If not, you can have this website itself, put the information directly here itself. Okay, so let me log in as the student here. Okay, before I log in, I want to show you a few options of the login. So the first one is library user login. The second one is staff login. Third one is the vendor login. Srujan? Fan, please. Okay, so there are three options, right? What does this user login mean? So basically, all your students use this. Library staff, you use this, and there is an option for vendor login also. What does this vendor login? In the previous times, when you want to purchase books, you prepare an Excel sheet of what all the books you want to purchase, send to your distributors, and they will send you the quotation. You feed the data. Okay, and then you do the quotation comparison. But here in Easylib, there is an option for you to give the access to the vendors to your web OPAC. And what you can do is, once you create this list of the books that you want to buy, you can forward that list. You can create the IDs for those vendors onto Easylib OPAC, and they can use this link and log in here and then put the price. Okay, so that's expected to reduce a lot of effort. But that part, I'll cover it in another session in detail. But today we are going to primarily focus on the OPAC portion. So now let me log in as Zix. So again, I can log in as a library user. And guest is, if you want to allow the guest, you can do that. Or if you don't want this page itself altogether, it should directly come, allow the search only when they want to reserve the book. You can allow that. That's also possible. It's all completely parameter driven. So I just click on it. Okay, now Mr. Sripad has logged in. Okay, so again, based on the eyesight vision, you can expand this, you can reduce the font, whatever you you like to do, you can do it. So now let's go here. The first day, the students come to the library. He doesn't even know what to search, right? He just, many of us, when we went to a library, we went to a library without any clear picture in mind of what we want to read. We just go, look at left, look at right, go further and all that. So that feeling, if you want to get, you just click on A over here. You see the complete list of books. Okay, simply, this is a huge data. Thanks to, we put effort to build this data from, different sources. So this is data here. So I'll just, software testing. Okay, let me see how many books are there in the software. I'll just go over here and then search. So many software testing books came. So, well, there are mechanical engineering, biochemistry. Okay. I'm not interested. Let me check in my own department. Okay, Master of Computer Application. Okay, how many books came? So now 54 books are. If I want, I can do the further filter by the author also. I can say, okay, show me the ones which are published recently. It just happens that there's mix and match. So probably like, I just put 2003. Okay, a couple of books are there. So I want to remove it. I can remove. I can basically build the search criteria that I want. And if I just want to see, okay, additional fields, I click, see this edition, see this category and all those things. If I want to export, I just click on export. I get the list over here, okay, and I can refer it. So, see that list, and then if I want to reserve the book, I'll show you how to reserve. So this is basically wandering in the library without any specific purpose, but by doing that, you get interested in reading some of the books, okay. So that was the A option. So now let's come to the C option, okay. What is the C option?
Hello.
So, how do you attract more users to your library? One of the methods is you tell what is in the library. So now in a college, you got 1,000 students, 2,000 students. If you send a mail, daily mail or a weekly mail saying that, okay, daily mail, if you send, okay, today we have got 50 books. Next day you send, okay, we got 75 books. Another day you send, okay, these are the newer articles. Sometimes it may become a little too much. Okay. Instead of that, the software, Easylib software provides you ability to create the different groups. Okay, so you create, okay, Ayurveda students, CME, okay, electrical engineering student, general group. So when the students log in, look at, I am only logged in as a student here, Sripat Kumar. I don't have any other option other than just browsing the web OPAC. Okay, so now the electrical engineering students, okay, seems like interesting one. I just click on the join group. Okay, now I am added to this particular group. Based on the security setting, either you are added directly or it goes to the administrator of that book to administrator of that group to add it. And now when you as a librarian log in, right, you are able to see who all students have registered for this group. So let me go to the other window here and let me log in as the library staff.
It's not visible. Hello?
Yes, Priya?
The screen is not visible. Someone has presented, so presentation is gone.
Okay, let me present it again. Just a moment. Okay, is it visible? Is it visible? Priya?
Hi, sir, it's visible.
Okay, fine. All right. So now,
yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay, great. So now I just happen to have already logged in, so that's why it's coming like this. Okay. So now when I'm logged in as library admin, right, I have 4 options here: home, Easylib, support, and logout. Easylib is my username. I logged in. When you log in, Dr. Chandrasekhar login, it will say, okay, Dr. Chandrasekhar, his name. Okay. So now we were in the communications, right? See, on the other side, we saw how to, how the students can join the group. So now, what do you do after they join? There are so many students, right? Electrical engineering. We just saw that Mr. Prasanna Kumar, what was his name? He had joined, right? I just click on this. There are 2 members. Okay, 6 and admin, myself have joined. And if I want to send a message, I just click on it and then I can type a message and send it. Okay, so why this is useful? Again, if you do not see my screen, please let me know. Okay, why this is useful? Why this is useful? You can create multiple groups for your students at the library. Send them a notification that library has got a lot of groups. Go to this library website, pick up the group that you want to join, and then ask them to join. As simple as that. They can join the group. Then you go to the other screen. On a weekly basis, for the electrical engineering students, you take a little dump of the electrical books that have arrived, send them. If there is a medical college, you have heart surgeons, the cardiologists, you pick up the item, journal articles, whatever the journals have come, whatever the new books have come, prepare a nice material and then send to them. Okay, so this is the communication. And I'll tell you some of the best practices in the libraries, right? Today, the remuneration, the bonus of the library staff, one of the measures is how many students and how many staff are using your library. Okay, apart from the expectations by NAC, MCI, NRF, and other people, it's possible that the management itself could come up with these different techniques to boost the library usage. Why library usage needs to improve? The moment the library usage increases, students study more. When students study more, the academic performance goes up. When academic performance goes up, the placement goes up. When placement goes up, they get better salary, and overall your reputation goes up. Right? So it's in the interest of your entire education institutes to invite more and more people to come and use your library. And Easylib helps you, helping you form different groups within your library based on the interest factors. There is no limit. You can create 10, 20, 50 and keep in touch with those students. So it's all part of that web OPAC in Easylib. Okay. Now let me move on to the next one. D. What does this D stand for? Digital subscription. You spend lakhs of rupees, if not, crores of rupees on the journal subscriptions, right? Here, what you can do is, if you have subscribed to about 1,000 journals or 100 journals, just simply take the data and load it over here. The students would be able to see, and let me increase the font a little bit. You see over here, computer science, biology, world Indian social, all those things. If they are interested and they want to click on this, they just click on it, it will go and access. And the best part is that whenever they click on any journal, a record gets entered into Easylib system. So that way, you know which of the journals are being most used. Say, just take this example. If the computer science journal is asking you to pay 10,000 rupees per year for subscription, okay, and if the same journal sells the articles at, let's say, 500 rupees or let's say 100 rupees per article. So now what you can do is, at the end of the year, you can do a validation. Okay, if I go and buy the articles one by one, 100 rupees per article, at least 100 articles I should have downloaded. I mean, my students should have downloaded. If the entire year only 40 students have downloaded, but if you are getting the entire subscription by paying 10,000 rupees, you need to question. Is it worth it? Take the subscription only on a usage basis. On the other hand, lots of people are already downloading, using this thing. It's worth it to definitely take the subscription or even move to the higher level, including the archives. So that kind of analysis you can do. How do you do that? You just have this thing. The students will have this, they'll search this. Again, on the other side, when I'm logged in as a library staff, right? Click on home. I go to this OPAC. It's all part of the OPAC setup. And here, there is a access digital subscription report. Okay, these are all the subscriptions these are all the ones that are accessed today. Just before the demo, I accessed a few of them. I think I just now accessed, right? Science Direct. I think it's yeah, yesterday I accessed, today after 1421 just now. So all this is tracked. Of course, the additional reports are in different places, but the raw data of who is accessing what journal, how much is the usage, whether you are getting enough return on your investment, or at least the justification for the funding usage is there not, you can get out of Easylib software. Okay. While on this, I would like to show this OPAC, the access report also. Okay. So basically, it happens to in the in-out management. What is this in-out management is, again, there are those who have attended the previous session know, you can track who is coming into the library, going out of the library by putting this screen at the entrance. Mr. 06 comes in over here, Sripath Kumar comes in, an entry gets made over here, and what all books he has borrowed, fine, and all that he can see. System records that entry. When he goes out, again he clicks, and then he's out. Okay. Now this report, in out. So in out report, OPAC, it shows who all has been logging into your OPAC. Okay. Now I just started this session, right? This is the session ID time, and I have not yet logged out. That's what's showing as null. Okay. So you can easily find out you have invested a lot of money in upgrading to Easylib software. Then you invest money in getting the servers, or you go with the cloud hosting with ours. But you want to see your money is well utilized. Your students are utilizing the library web OPAC. You can easily see over here. If you see that the usage is dropping, you go back to this communication group, send a message to all the students saying that library has got off live material. And these are the new things. Please come and visit the library in person, or go to this OPAC and see all these things. Okay, so that's the log in log out thing. Let me go to the next one. So that was the digital subscriptions we covered so far. Okay, let me go to the next one. That is for E. E for ebooks. No, about 25 years back, 99% of the collection was all physical, right? Hardly you had some digital content. Those also were in the CD form, video, cassette form, and all that. Now, especially a lot of large libraries, the advanced libraries, a lot of content is on the digital front. So what you can do with Easylib, right? You can manage your physical library as well as the digital library. Okay, you can manage your physical library as well as the digital library. So with your digital content, most viewed ebooks, recently updated ebooks, and there is the ability to search all those things. Okay, so now let me check on something like statistics. I am searching. Something came up. I just click on it, search. There is an ebook over here. A little bit overlap. You can press Control minus. So now download copy. This particular ebook is downloaded. Okay, some random some things we just uploaded. That's all. Okay, you can upload the relevant material.
Sir,
You can
screen
upload
not visible, please.
Oh,
PPT.
sorry. Okay, one moment, madam. Thank you for the alert. Okay, so now I can download this copy. I can see this. Okay, so now you have a lot of electronic material that might have come with the books. You have a publisher's added electronic material, or your professor's notes, last year's question papers, or the students themselves might have prepared some documents and given to you. All of them you can upload as PDF document or JPEG or whatever format into this ebook repository. Okay, the students can search, they can search the recently updated ones and so on. Okay, so now if I want to search on certain subjects, okay, I can just go here. Subject, I just searched on differential equations. Okay, I click on it. Okay, so much material. This, if you have it locally, put it here, or otherwise you just link the things outside here. You just click, fine, it's accessed. Okay, so a lot of this material, again, every time something is accessed, it gets entered into your database so that you can track this thing. So this is, again, a lot of these things related to the ebook. Now, you know, but this going to the ebook, there is a whole world over here. I will say, okay, just show me something that's related to my department alone, or by types. Very simple. There are a few new screens that we have come up with. EBT, ebooks by type. Just ebooks by general ebooks, handbooks, question paper, project report, or if you want to see by department, mathematics, and all the things you see. Or let me click on mechanical engineering. I see this and I click on this. I read it. Right? So what you can do is, this is by the department and ebook type. Again, there is a search available. So similarly, I can go and click on this EBC. What is it? Course branch. You got engineering, you got SCA, different courses, different sections, or the branches are there. You can neatly organize your books. The students can simply go here, click on this, see the complete list, whatever they want to, they can download over here and read it. Okay, so this was the ebook portion. So we covered A, C, D, E, and these other two. Okay, let's move next. So this is P stands for all your periodicals. Okay, you have subscribed to 10, 20, 50 journals, right? All of these are over here. So now just click on this ABC of Web OPAC technology, all these details. If I click on it, it will show what are the copies received for that year and so on. Sorry, if I click on this, advanced development, you know, all the journal subscriptions, click on this. One more thing is coming up and all that thing. So now let me see this. Okay, as a end user, right? Now I know that you are telling me that this particular volume number, issue number is there. Okay, give me a feature wherein if I click, it should go to advanced development in Indian electronics, that particular journal on the electronic mode and show me. And right now it's not there in Easylib, right? So what you can do, whenever you get any of these ideas, okay, this feature is available for the librarians or if the students also. Let's say Mr. Sripad Kumar wants a feature where the moment he clicks on the loose issue number, okay, take me to the current journal's latest table of contents. So that is his requirement. So what he can do, he can go over, he can simply go to the feedback, where is that feedback, and then add that feedback. Okay, let's complete that feedback part over here. So he can go my feedback. You can give a feedback here. He will say link to current issue online or journals. I'll say when I click on latest issue of a journal, provide ability to go to journal website. Okay, I put this now about let's say the books and submit here. Now when you log in, right, on the other side you will see all the feedback that is submitted by your students. So now you want to do something because that is a feature that is not in Easylib. You want to tell this feature is required in Easylib. You want that. So what you do is you are if you are logged in as a library staff, right? Click on the support. It will go to this page. Your organization on our CRM, customer relationship management, is logged in over here. So you just go here, click on the new ticket, enhancement, and that whatever that I typed, right? So that's provide ability to go to current issue online in periodicals. Why I'm showing this example is that as you work, you will come up with more and more ideas, right? And is Easylib software a perfect software? No. Will it ever be a perfect software? I don't think it will ever be a perfect software, because the reason is that there is nothing like perfect software. It's always continuous improvement. The moment we make our software the best today, tomorrow it may become outdated because some other technology will be there. So we have to constantly work on it. So it's a continuous journey to constantly upgrade the software, and all these upgrade ideas will come from different sources, and you yourself are a major source of upgrades. So here you want this enhancement, say new, and this is in the OPAC you want. Choose this OPAC and submit it, and on our computer we get a message saying that so and so customer has opened a ticket, and that ticket, if it is a production issue, or production support team handles it, and if it is a enhancement or a bug fix, it will come to the product development team. We review that, see how many other customers have this requirement, and based on that we schedule it. And usually the small enhancements that really help a lot of customers, usually they are given complimentary. But if there is something that you really want some advanced feature, like, one example is give me a 3D view of my library. That's not in Easylib, right? And if you need that, that will cost a lot of time and effort. So we will say, okay, we are going to provide, but we need about 6 months or 3 months time, and it's going to cost this much. Okay, but otherwise, most of these enhancements are given complimentary to all the people who are already using the software and maintain the subscription or maintenance. Okay, so now going back over here, I added this feedback. So that was the periodical size. What are the journals subscribed? Right now I can see what are the volumes, issues are available, and all that I saw. Okay, so if I'm interested, there are so many journals, I can go by this first character, second character, and all that. Or I can even search by title, periodicity. Lots of these things, conditions are provided. Because what we found is that when you go to a client site, the requirement at different clients are different. So now, the best way we found that to meet that requirements is make it as customizable, as easy as possible for you to get what you want. Okay, so that's the purpose of this, a lot of these enhancements. Okay, let me close this. So now we covered periodicals. Next comes the queue. Okay, again, you remember we are still logged in as a user only. Okay, keyword. So show me the things by differential equation, that thing. Just keep by keyword. I can just list the keywords and put it, and A+ certification. Okay, this book, fine. You want to reserve this? Mr. Sripad wants to reserve. Fine, he can reserve that book. Adiyaman, there is another one. Click on it. Okay, let me click reserve. Okay, I'll reserve this title. Simple, as simple as that. Okay, you can reserve a maximum three books. Okay, fine. So basically how it works is that it allows you to reserve as many number of books as the librarian has set the parameter. If you allow reserve for 100, it will allow you to reserve for 100. If you say, okay, reserve 10 books, but reservation you should get it in 2 days if it doesn't pick up the book. No problem. Software will automatically delete it after 2 days. Now there is one more feature now, especially in the COVID scenario, when the students are not able to come to the library. If you are okay, you can even start this subscription like sending the book to your students by either courier or by post or whatever means. Okay, it again depends on you whether, library at home. I have the access to the entire library OPAC, and what I want, I'll request here. Maybe I'll pay a certain extra fee to get that feature, but the library will make sure that whatever book I reserve, it will come to me, then only it will be marked as issued to me. Okay, so that's the queue search, and the reserve feature. You can also just browse simply by the subjects. You can browse. Okay, are you able to see the screen? I hope somebody is not sharing. Okay, alert me if you don't see. Okay, so publishers. So now I know one example, right? Let me see here. Addition USB publisher, additional web. There are two of them. So now, not directly related with the OPAC, Easylib has another feature. It will help you identify all these kind of duplicate ones. One example I saw somewhere: Prentice Hall of India, PHI, Prentice Hall of India Private Limited, Prentice Hall of India PVT Limited, PVT LIT Limited, LIMITED. Another place, P in the bracket and then LTD. There are some 10 of the publishers. Okay, very simple. Now, if you want to find these things, Easylib provides the ability to get this, those publishers. Not in this screen. In another demo, I'm going to show you how to improve the quality of your data. How to improve the quality of your data, because it's again the way I am telling that the software is not perfect. Your data will also may or may not be perfect at all. So it's again a constant exercise to improve the quality of the data. While doing the data entry, one of the staff members entered, instead of private limited, he entered PVT limited. Somebody entered PVT LIM limited. But you need to fix that. So Easylib ability, pick up all those publishers, say this is the correct publisher, click one button, it will go and find out all the books of that 8 or 10 publishers, mark all of them to one correct publisher. So that's in the next another session I'm going to take. By the way, all these sessions we are conducting 2 or 3 days a week. We just started this week. So far we had this week or last week. So we had so far 2 sessions. One was on visitor management, and another I don't remember topic. So there are so many. Okay, one was on the visitor management. Okay, so that helped that particular. Another one was the general demo of Easylib, and we have a full demo of Easylib on this coming Monday. Okay, for those of you who could not join this particular session, and if you want to tell a friend to join this web OPAC session because they could not join today, you can tell them to join on this Tuesday. Okay, the details are in www.easylibsoft.com website. Again, you simply register there and attend the session. Up to 150 people, there is no issue at all. Okay, so all right. Now coming back over here. So now we saw pictures like author, vendor, title. Make the life of the students easy. Just get what they want and then move on. So that is the purpose of this thing. So different conditions are provided. Okay, that was quick search. Now coming to YEL. What does YEL mean? Because you in a college, right? You have 20, 50, 100 staff. Lot of publication they might have done, and you yourself could have come up with the annual reports, the monthly bulletin. Your mechanical engineering department could have come up with some publications, got some awards because they published so many of them. But where to publish? Library is the place. Previous times, the library used to be the custodian. Probably your scope of the collection was what is inside the library. But now in the new definition, right, librarian's scope may be expanded to be a facilitator for collating all the material of the entire university or the college, no matter where it exists. It could be existing in the library. It could be existing with the professors, with the students, with your records, wherever. If you think that other people will get benefited, you want to catalog in your OPAC. So this is the list of all the publications. So now that's why, if you click on this, right, L, what little tooltip comes that, okay, your own organization's research output is listed here. And if you want to get your output also listed here, this is for the students, contact the librarian. Okay, and so the librarians the students send the information to the librarian can add that. Okay, so let's go one step further. Okay, this is for the students, but what about your staff? Staff also has a lot of material, right? For the students, you can ask, okay, you give me, I'll post it. For the staff, you can take the liberty of asking them to upload it, right? So that's why we have this PD feature. I'll show it separately. Okay, personal digital library. So again, your lot of content could be with the professors now because they are no longer printed, right? So at that time, you can give the access, maybe 20 of your professors, create a space. Okay, we and the entire server, we have, let's say, about 10 GB space for the ebooks, maybe 100 GB, and each of the professors will get about 500 MB. Okay, so you tell the professors 500, 1000 MB, whatever, and then they will be able to upload that. Again, there are 3 categories. They can upload it for their own reference. They can make it publicly available or by invite only. If they want to share some material only with the 3rd year civil engineering students, maybe 6th semester civil engineering students, for the certain duration, only that they will have access. Okay, otherwise they will not have access. If they open material, fine, open material, they can publish it over here and then students can search. Let me see if it is open over here. Confirm me if you are not able to see the screen, okay? Okay, yeah, it's over here. So now this is all your personal digital library of your staff members. Because again, the library, right, you may not be able to get all the digital materials by yourself. Instead, if you act as a facilitator to make sure that your staff is able to share all the material that they have got on your library site, whether the full text or only the catalog, the value of the library goes much, much, much higher. Because definitely there is so much of material over here. Students want to search on, let's say, some topic. Okay, they can put the topic over here and search here, right? Okay, so that's the personal digital library. Okay, now let me go back here. So that was the option P. We saw L and then M. M and O. So basically M main search is, right? Those of you who are familiar with our old version of Easylib, they loved this screen so much that we provided this. Okay. Similarly, this O option is also like that only. You can just go and search on physics. Okay. You want to search by word beginning, letter, exact search. You want a Boolean search. You want to add this thing. I'll show you that Boolean search also. You can search by subjects, and that is over here, title, author, copies issued, and all that thing. Okay, so this is a O search. Again, here you can search by on different conditions. Okay, so that's the thing. Now, this is the OPAC that you are seeing. But if you don't want this all is explore, announcement, useful, nothing that you want. If you want only the simple OPAC, this should be the home page. No problem. Okay, we can set this as the home page for your library. Okay, again, it's under your customization. It's under your control what you want to see. Okay, so that was O. Next is NA. What does NA stands for? New arrivals. Okay, simply go here. Students can put 100 okay, by default. What are the books that have come? It's of course the test data, so you don't see a lot of. I think if we are able to show a demo from the real client, we'll see if it is possible. At that time, I think you will see a lot more meaningful data over here. Okay, all the new arrivals, so they can students see that and all that. Okay. Then, okay, so this was these all. Then we covered all these things. Now come to this part of the search. Okay, so here you can build your pretty much own search that you want. Okay, if you want to search by, let's say, document management, I can search. Okay, document management is listed. If I want to search you can search. Okay, let it come. Okay, so we are in the documentation management. I am seeing that the title. Want to see the availability? Just click on it. It will show where is it available. Okay, one copy is available. It's in the reading room. Fine, that's well and good. Okay. So now you can filter it over here. If there are a lot more results, you can add it. Let's see if it has come up. What is not come up? Okay, there are no results. That's the reason. I think probably something is removed, I guess. So that's okay. So now, or what you can do is if you want to search only by the accession number, you can do that also. I just go and put the accession number with that accession number. Okay. Okay. Should have come. Okay, so let's see what we show. Okay, so now I'm searching an accession number 001 or the title number 001 because it is just now I click on this. I go inside. I can see further there are total 15 copies, right? It's trying to fetch those 15 copies and it's coming up with the title. Sorry, this image. This book image comes from I think Open Library somewhere, Google or somewhere it comes. Okay, it is not necessary that you have to have every book image. Automatically the software comes. Okay, now these 15 copies of this book are available. You see all these details of this 15. Let me have a glass of water. Okay, this accession number, department, category, status, whether it's issued, who is it issued, where is the location, what is it, which place it is there, and all that thing. Okay, location. Now, come to the physical material. Earlier, the book had only one book. Now you have got the CD with that book. If you think that this particular CD or another book is related with this effective software testing, you can link a lot of these things. Yes, yes.
Hello. Sir, the screen has been stopped, it has been freezed. Yeah, or it was doing any movement, sir?
Hold on. I'm on the meeting.
Hi, sir.
Is it okay now?
Hello. Hi, sir.
Okay. So, what about now?
Sir, just a minute. The PPT is not. Yeah, now we can see.
Okay, fine. So, basically, if you think that this particular book is related to other books, you can list all those books. Okay. So that if you remember that Stanford University site, we came up with that YENO, right? Right. So that is automatically it is doing that. But here in Easylib, you do it manually. So if you think that the people who read this book may be interested in these other books also, you can link it. Okay. So that's the purpose of this. So this is a physical library, physical material. Then there is a digital material. With this book, somebody who is reading this book, they want additional digital copies are there. You can just link it over here. Okay, so something like software testing. If you found a beautiful copy in Google, okay, or somewhere you think that this is applicable, link it. So people will be able to see those things. It's directly going to quoteideas.com / it's a lot of testing data. So check in Amazon. It's going and checking in Amazon for that particular book. Okay, you can link YouTube videos. You can link your professor's notes, the college notes. You can link some of the past question papers. You can link a lot of this. You can do. Okay, that was the digital material. Now let's go to MarkView. What is the purpose of this MarkView? Okay, earlier about when you're using all the manual catalog, right? Your catalog looked like this. Maybe you had about 10 or 12 fields. Okay, title, author, subject, call number, class number, vendor, and all that. Now, how many fields you had? 8 to 10 or maybe 12 fields. But now Mark provides ability to catalog about 800, 900 fields. I think what we thought was that asking you to jump from this 10 or 12 field to 800 is a little cumbersome. So what we have done in Easylib, try to keep the data entry screen as simple as possible, just like what you would do in your own book. But the software in the background will convert all your data into Mark format and store. So that is what it is. So here in this accession register for this book, a simple format data has been entered, just like, let's see here, did I log out? Let me see. Okay, you are entering basically title, author, subject, column, the way you want. But there is a mark format which happens in the background. And if you want, these are the mark tags. Okay, 46A, 100A, 245. And you know what? If at all the library standards change, because there is already there is a talk to convert to RDA. Okay, that is the next version of this interface. Already, it's very easy with Easylib. We just change the mapping and you will be compliant with RDA. Okay, so now, if you see here, right, there are some 70 fields already cataloged over here. Okay, linked. So it can be expanded also. Okay, so this was the main search. Okay, so I search on, sorry, a lot of, how many, 1,200. So no wonder it took a little bit time. So we are working on speeding up also. How do we speed up the performance? 1,200 is loading on this page, so that's why it took a little bit more time. The first one was software testing, it came up, in fact. Okay, that's good. Okay, so now you can filter it on the books, the different types, authors, okay, and publishers, subjects, just filter it on whatever you want. It's going to show only those results. Okay, there is one more, not on this screen right now, but that is related to the branch library. Easylib has now the branch library concept, wherein one large university can have one large installation of Easylib, all your different departments. If you are comfortable, we can load all the data over here. One of our clients, Jayanti College, what we have done is 3 colleges combined, 5 libraries combined into one large instance. Okay, it comes up with one advantage is that people can search here and what is in the other library. Okay, on one screen. If they allow, they can borrow also. But it comes up with a disadvantage saying that all the purchasing has to be centralized. You can make a call, when somebody, if it happens that, okay, you are merging an engineering college with a medical, may not be a great idea. Because the guys who start for engineering will also end up seeing all the medical data and vice versa. So in that case, it's better to keep 2 separate installations of Easylib. Okay. However, we have one more advanced thing, that is the unified OPAC. Okay. This I will be able to show that in the next one. So what does that unified OPAC means is that when you search, the software goes and search in all the 8 or 10 colleges of library and shows on screen. Okay. The advantage of that is that if you are having 5 colleges where maybe some overlaps, right? You can easily decide, okay, should I buy those many books? Okay, or rather I'll buy 5 books for here, 3 here, 2 here. So that when the students search, they'll see 10 books overall, but you don't have to buy 10 books in each library. You can limit your expenses. So that's the union catalog concept. And the best part of it is that union catalog can be formed with, when all of these 8 colleges have Easylib, the data load will be automatic. And if they don't happen to have Easylib, out of that, let's say 6 colleges are using Easylib, who are in whatever other software, or maybe using only Excel, the data can still be loaded into the master database so that you get a unified OPAC. Okay, so that was the OPAC. So now there's a 15 we saw. So this is the filtering. If I want to do filtering, we'll just explore different filtering. So it will come with the data. So this is your OPAC. What you can also do is that here you can filter it by title software. Okay. And if you want by, let's say, author, I'll put Aditya. Okay. So it will do that search by that and show you. A little too much data, so it's taking a lot of time. So now it has search title, author combined. Okay. If you want to build further search, either you can choose here. Okay. Or otherwise, you just put over here publisher and you put Pearson. It's going to search and then give you that result. Okay. And if you want to take it out, take out one of them and then see. Or if you want to just see only all the books by publisher, no matter what topics are. You just click on publisher, you can choose this, enter, you add it. Or other, the simplest method is go to that option A, right? There itself you can put publisher and you will see a lot of books by this publisher. Okay. And you can, this is a huge 7,000 books, so no wonder it's going to take time. So, but we loaded for our testing purpose something like this demo. What I'm showing is 1.5 lakh books. Okay, so this is a real as close to a library as it can get with the heavy usage library. Okay, okay. So where were we now? I'm still logged into Sripad. I'm seeing this explore. Okay, now these all things. Hope I'm not boring. Can somebody just say hello? Is it interesting? Priya, you're able to hear, right?
Hi, sir. They've
okay, good.
in the chat session.
Yes, yes. I am seeing some known faces. Professor Mr. Gurraj, Vani, Amol. That's good. Nice to see all of you. Okay. Shivalinga, yes, I got this. Let me go back to this. I see Jyoti Malya. Okay, let's see. Kannan. So now, again, how do you attract more users to the library? Right? By conducting events is one of them. How do you take the registration? Simple. You conduct the events, link all these things here. Click on this. It will go to the registration page for that. Okay, I think we disabled that. So because we had 150 limit, so it's probably not load. Let me load something else. OPAC, I don't know whether we have disabled that also. Let me pick up something for OOO. Probably disabled. I should have linked the new one. Anyway, so now all you OPAC links in the future, the events, it's going to load those things.
The screen is freezed.
So again, for that event management, right? Let me close this. Okay. We have got the software where you registered, right? That is also part of the Easylib thing. So what we maintained a separate login for that. Okay, now let me log in as
the screen is freezed. It's not visible PPT. It is stopped, sir. Hello, Vasu sir?
Yeah, let me see. Is it frozen, madam? Yes?
Yes, sir. The screen has been stopped till that for that meeting session. Your PPT is not visible.
Okay. I'll have to check why that is not opening. Probably it's under maintenance now. Okay. So this is the page you get, okay, as a part of this Easylib Web 6.4 version, and you can announce the events for your library, and these are the events that we ourselves register for the event, okay. And now, so this is best practices of Web OPAC. So this is the registration on so and so date. You click on it, you will see the details. For your library, you can build this, okay. It comes part of this Easylib thing. This is completely customizable. This one, everything customizable. Data gets entered over here, and it goes one step advanced here. You can even take the people can even take the printout of this. And if you happen to conduct any paid event, no issues. From your library, let's say you come up with some event of whatever you want to charge about 50 rupees, no issues. You build these things and put the charge of 100 in between register and clear. There is a pay button.
Hello. So just
yes, madam.
Cancel the present and show it once again so it's not visible. Within it is not visible.
Okay, 1 moment. Thank you. Is it visible?
Yeah, now it's okay, ma'am. Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you. So now I understand Zoom has been the market leader. Okay, we avoided Zoom because we thought it was a Chinese company. Now we know that it's not a Chinese company. So probably next one may be in Zoom, but I will not guarantee. If it all okay, we will continue with Google Meet only for the next webinars also. Okay, so now basically you can announce events and then take the registrations here. The moment a registration is done, you get a notification, and then when you log in here, right, you are able to see who all our people have registered. Okay, so I'm not going to stay long because it's the real data. So you can see over here and then click on it and then see the list of the people who have registered, and you can be in touch with them. Okay, so that's within the platform. It also has additional lot of other things. Okay, but for Easylib purpose, we are using the active. So this the event management. Okay, let me close that. So these are all the event things. So now we want to give the feedback. Again, you just click on it, give the feedback. Okay. One other thing in Easylib on the feedback part, right? So one of the things that the NAC or NIRF expects is that are you conducting monthly user surveys, satisfaction surveys? Very easy in Easylib. You just go here. So I go to home and I go to feedback management, and I can go and create a feedback, new feedback. I'll say library satisfaction survey July 2020, right? And I'll probably retain rest of these things, alternate owner ID, so you can, okay, somebody, Bhakti's name came up, I don't know whether she's there. So I'll say, okay, so I'll add, and now this is created. I can now go and add the questions. If I've already added, I can see the questions here. So it allows adding those questions. So that is July, right? We saw library satisfaction survey, July, one of them. Let's see if we have added something which is already questions are there. Okay, this is good. So we have got this survey, right? What is that? July library satisfaction survey. When Mr. Sripad has logged in, right? When he clicks on his name, he will see a lot of these details, including his name, what are the books he has borrowed. He can renew if it is not already past due. Okay. Let me finish that feedback and then go there. Okay. Feedback, library feedback. Lot of these feedback forms are there, and whichever is open, it will come over here. Library satisfaction survey, right? So this was the, let's see, I'm not sure which is the one that's already added. Okay, questions. How satisfied are you with the library service? Very well. Okay. Oh, sorry, it's in a 1 to 10. So I'll say 8. Okay, how often do you visit the library? 2 times I visit. How much fee the library should charge? 1 rupee. Okay, what other services the library should? Open it longer. Okay, what kind of new books? I'll say ebooks. Lots of ebooks. I'll say submit. So now it's submitted. So when you go there, when the librarian goes, you will be able to see the feedback. And now this for sure will help you in the NAC rating, because you need to, there is a lot of weightage on whether you are hearing the students or not. Of course, they will also conduct their own survey, but it will help you hear from the students before the NAC asks them whether they are satisfied or not. Okay, that's the feedback thing. Now, I'm over here. I'll cover the 303, right? In 10 minutes, I'll cover the rest of the portion. Then I'll go to what Mr. Sripad can do when he logs in. Okay. So this portion, explore, is the preset searches. We set the software testing. It's going to search on the software testing. The moment you click on the document management, it goes and searches the document management. This is the preset searches you have got. Announcements. All the latest announcements you can put for the library. Useful links, lot of money you have been spending on the journals, subscriptions. You can put the big list here, the small list here. Okay, so that way when they click on it, directly it will go to that particular site. Again, and it gets done. So featured books, right? So earlier you would have these, as soon as I enter the library, I'll see some 10 or 20 books. Now you can put it in the website. Okay, so a lot of the features are there. You can keep adding and then modify. Whenever the new book comes, you just keep adding that. Okay. About your library. So this is again customizable. In the previous version of Easylib, it was hard-coded like this. In the new one, it's customizable. If you want to retain both, or you don't want this, you just want to retain this, that's good. So you can also come up with your own metrics by balance scorecard, Six Sigma, your own metrics and different things. And photo gallery, you can put a nice photo gallery of yours. Okay, it's again a test data, so a lot of this. By the way, this is our Easylib team. Okay, so this is our young and energetic team working on a lot of these.
PPT, sir.
Not visible?
No, sir, it is stopped at the OPAC page.
Okay, 1 moment. Again, I'll. 1 moment. Okay, is it visible now, Priya?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Yeah. So now here you are seeing this is our team, young and energetic team at Easylib. Okay, taken a few months back. So some new faces have come, some old ones have gone. But this is our team. So when you speak to any of your Easylib staff members, probably you are speaking to one of them. Okay. So this is our team. You can add more pictures. You can build it. So that's all possible. You mention your timings, library contact information. The below policy you can publish for your students' benefit. You can have your library team. So certain changes are going on. Okay. So you put your staff details and all that. Okay. So then need software help. So this is going to become more prominent now. Okay, we are working on providing you the ability for the students to interact with you on Twitter, Facebook, chat. Also, we have that. That's in special cases. If you wish, we will be able to enable that chat. Okay, because it also consumes a lot of bandwidth. Chat facility there. Twitter, Facebook is something that being integrated. So this is the basic OPAC. Doesn't require any login. Now, when Mr. Sripad has logged in, he can click on his link and he will see. I'll go for another 10 minutes. I'll take the question answers. So Sripad logged in and his name, photograph and all that. What are the books he has borrowed? This is the real time. The book is, when he borrows a book, automatically it's seen over here. And this entire OPAC can be opened in mobile also. He can open in the mobile and then see that. He can renew the book if you allow renewal. If you don't allow, obviously it cannot be renewed. And there is a new one coming up that's not yet in place. So that's called, there is some technology. They can connect it to the library once and then download it. Okay, so even if they're not connected, they can see the certain parts, not all, in the offline mode. Okay, so this is what are the books he has borrowed. He can request for new books. Okay, you can just go over here, type this new book. I need this book, and he can put all the details, save it, and it gets entered over here in the new books requested. And when you as a librarian log in, let me go the module, equations module, you see the list of all the books that are requested by all your people. Okay, all the stuff what they have requested, you will see. After all, as per Dr. Ranganathan, a book for every user and a user for every book, right? So the more you hear from the users in terms of what they want, pattern driven architecture, the more affinity you are building. So the software helps you get what they want and collate it, send it to the department for approval. Then this is where you create the vendor logins. Somewhere RFP vendor assignment, you assign these vendors, add new RFP, there is the RID password. So that ID password, they can log in and see this RFP. Okay. He can store favorites. So, you got about 1 lakh books. The students may not be able to read all 1 lakh, right? They will not be able to read. So they'll select a few of them. They can just click one here. Okay, I want to read this book like this, it gets entered here. So he can see, he can give general feedback. Okay, just add general feedback saying that library open for 1 or 2 hours extra. That's what we saw somewhere, right? Or he can go here and then fill that response. Those that multiple responses were conducted, right? Library survey. So whichever is open, he can go and fill in. And if it is closed, it will not be visible here. And there are 2 parts. If you want to take the survey of only, let's say, final year students, you take the survey, create a survey, make it an invited survey, go to the communication module, send the link to only those people. Okay, and you can also restrict so that even if first year students logged in, he'll still not be able to fill this form. Only the final year students will be able to fill. Okay, so that's also another feature over in Easylib. Okay, so now we saw this fine on books. We saw okay, this my favorites. We saw fine on books. How much fine he is pending, and then how much is paid and all that. Suddenly, all of a sudden, you say that, okay, you owe something like 120 rupees to the library. You'll ask, okay, why, how did I owe this? No issues. Just go here, ask him to log in. You'll see, okay, what books, how much fine is there. My digital library, this is the professor's book that we talking about. If you give any student also access to build a own library, no issues, the software allows. Okay, but it's up to you. Okay, because you don't want to get into a situation where a lot of copyrighted material is uploaded to the library by the students. So you want to make a call on whether to allow the students or not. But if you want to allow the professors, no issues. Professors also will have access to the Easylib just like a student. But what they see here, this menu will be dependent on what access they have got. Okay. So the feedbacks we saw, my digital library, that's what we saw now, whatever he has got. Then in-out history, when did he come to the library, when did he go out and all that. Circulation history, just to feel happy how many books I read. Can change his password. You can change his basic details, including phone, mobile and all. Reservation list, what all books he has reserved. If you see, we reserved one book, right? So that is seen here. Assignments, so that's a part of the campus ERP software. In addition to this library software, we are working on launching the campus ERP. Just a glimpse of it, if you want to see, you will see these are all the models in the big Easylib software, including the campus ERP. The demo of the whole portion, what we covered today so far, we are near the end of it. It's only one portion, that is the OPAC portion we covered, web OPAC portion. Now, each of these is as detailed as OPAC. So, for example, if I go to cataloging itself has so many new features in Easylib. You know, so many things, including the merger data, including, you know, I put the ISBN, click on this, it goes to the union catalog and gets the data. I have the ability to merge the books. I have the ability to merge the publishers, merge the titles. You know, you got about 15 books. All of them are showing as 15 separate books, but they are all 15 copies of the same book. No issues. You just go to the merge titles and help you merge all those titles. So the software automatically goes and finds also this particular book. You have 142 copies, but all of them should be one title. Okay. Software has done that analysis, gives you an error message. So now it's up to you whether you want to merge both of them. Okay. If you want to merge both of these, choose this and then merge the titles. Okay. So that's a possibility. So that part we'll cover in the next meeting. So now going back to Mr. Sripal's login, change personal data, our reservations, assignment was the part of the campus feedback, campus ERP, and this library feedback we just submitted. So overall, this is the Easylib web OPAC. Again, if you see, going back to our presentation, right, where the best practices of OPAC were like this, confirm you are able to see this screen. We are trying to provide as much things as possible. But one thing you want to remember, as we provide more and more features, the maintenance aspect also will be more. Because it's not like, you know, we deploy the software, it all works by itself, but it's no longer the case because you want to constantly update it. It looks like a moving, living organism, right? So there's a good amount of effort, but result-wise, definitely we see that it's definitely going to help your students. That's our hope. Okay, and thanks to the librarians, because entire OPAC, right? Whatever you are seeing, a part of is our has come through our own imagination. Part from the librarians, part from reading books, as Someshwara says, let knowledge come from all directions. So that is what we have tried to implement in Easylib and make it as best as it can be, and it also continues to improve. Okay, I'll stop now and I'll be open to taking the questions. Thank you so much for staying all along. I see that nearly 100 people are on the webinar now. I'll pause here. Thank you. Priya, can you read out the questions if people have posted the questions?
Yes, sir, there are questions. I'll post the feedback link, then I'll start the questioning. So I'll read out the questions, you can answer, sir.
Yes, go ahead, go ahead. What is the first question? You can read out the name of the people who asked the question,
Yeah, sure.
as well as the question.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Says Sunil Kumar Biswal has asked, what is the cost of installation and maintenance of the software?
Okay, good question. So basically, the cost of the software, there are two parts to the two methods through which you can get Easylib software. One is what I am showing on our cloud server. We have got Easylib server, our own at our office, as well as Amazon Web Service. Okay, so to de-risk, so the cost of the software, it's this one when we host it in our cloud, it's on a per year basis. It varies anywhere from 48,000 rupees per year to about 1 lakh, or even could be higher based on the modules, whether we go for the campus ERP. For the net, most colleges will still pay less than 1 lakh rupees for the advanced version of the library software. Whatever you have seen now on the OPAC, Web OPAC is part of the library software, plus all that you see over here, right? This whole bunch of things related to the library, not the campus ERP you will get, and still the cost is about less than 1 lakh and starts at 40,000 rupees, 48,000 rupees per year. The second one is if you have to deploy the software in your campus, it's going to cost slightly higher, and we'll be happy to work with you on the options.
Yeah,
okay, Sunil?
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Sure, most welcome, Sunil. Thanks for the question. Yes, Priya, next question.
Sir, Anjane Nayak has said that inform about the web version software installation it contains with the configuration of server. In
installation of web version?
Installation it contain with configuration of server. In like I think maybe is the client of us.
Yes. Yeah, that's a very good question actually, Mr. Anjanaya. Thank you for the question. So basically, as we see that there are so many new components here, right? Because the entire software is written on the multiple language. It uses MS SQL Server as the backend, and it runs on the Windows Server environment, and it uses the PHP. And these all continuously are changing. Windows itself, if you see, when I go to client place, I see that Windows XP, Windows 2000, 2003, 2007, 2008, 2010, 12, 16, and 17. Okay, that's on Windows. SQL Server 2000, 2003, 2005, 2017, 2009, so many of them. Yes, it is dependent on the server, and what we recommend our clients is to go with the latest version of the Windows. Okay, or alternative option is just let us host it, because we have been maintaining a very high-end server. If you see, this what I'm showing is the real live data of 1.5 lakh books, actually 1.5 lakh contents. Okay, and that's many of the libraries are not that size, right? And you can see the response. And when you deploy at a smaller pace, it's going to be even much faster. So my recommendation is to go for hosting on our server. Thank you, Anjanaya.
Sir, next question.
Yes.
Anjana, how to notice using Cloud Web OPAC based on staff and student?
How to
notice using the Cloud Web OPAC based on staff and student?
Okay, so what you would do is, again, you go to home, and in web OPAC setup, right? Oh, there is one important item I forgot to mention. So this thing, right? What you see on the OPAC, okay? This explore, announcement, useful link, all of this is customizable by yourself. You do not depend on Easylib to make a new announcement. If you want to add a new book, no issues. You want to add something here, no worries. You just go over here and go to home, go to OPAC setup, okay, and explore, and you add a new books. Okay, learn about COVID. Okay, let's say that's the latest one. So COVID, and you say, okay, maybe I'll call it a learn about health, healthy practices, something like that. Okay, so I'll put it. I'll just see whether that particular, whether you want to search, okay, at a title, anything related to health you want to show over here. Okay, so something like that, you just add it. And then now, when I go to OPAC, right, I'll see that thing. So health, learn about health. So health-related books will come up. It's not there, so it's not come. Oh, there are a lot of books. Elements of public health engineering. Yes, nice. So yeah, you can. Now, whether the staff or student has been, how much has been using the library OPAC, what you would do is go to OPAC search report. Okay, this was very important. How can I forget? Okay, so now I say list here. It's going to show you the entire search. Okay, so again, this is a little privacy practice, because this gives you ability to know what the students are searching. Whether your students are okay with library knowing what you are searching or not, that's up to you. Okay, so you want to make sure that the students understand that what they search in the library is tracked. You can probably put a big notice board or somewhere saying that, okay, or otherwise in the terms and conditions, you can accept that. But once it is searched, you will see all these things. This is how the students are using the OPAC. So on this date, searching. So somebody on June 15 searched for anatomy, physiology, they got 25 results, 26. Somebody searched on management on this day, 1966 results. So somebody searched on this, 0 results. Okay. So what probably they are doing is author DSC, publisher KV and Gadag, and there are no books. So that means probably you want to go and find out why that book is not there, KV and Gadag. Okay, open elective. People are searching on the open elective and they got 0 results. So that tells something, right? Okay, you can probably talk to that student. They can say, okay, can you tell me what books you want? And then procure that book. Okay, so this is the OPAC search report. It gives you how many people are accessing, what they are searching. You can get it by academic year, department, section and all that. And as far as the login is concerned, you can go here. That's a part of this. For some reason, it's part of this in-out thing. So you will see who all has been using the library. Okay. If you have begun all your staff with STIFF, search on it, all your staff names will come. Okay. So if you see how many so-and-so member has used, guest has used, you will get the thing. Okay. So hope it answers the question. So more reports are getting developed on this thing. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, go ahead.
So next question is Bhanumati. How far is the web OPAC useful in schools?
I would say very much actually. So because now what's happening is that the children are at home and whether we like it or not, they are spending time in front of the computer. So might as well you give the web OPAC access to the students. So they will keep browsing, okay, what books are in my library? What digital books are there? Okay, let me go and see, okay, this is related to, oh, this book is there, so let me go and check here. Okay, so like that, you are, once you give the OPAC access to the students, you are able to drive their learning behavior, right? Because if in the absence of that, they keep going to Google, they play one game, they play another game. That's a possibility, right? Now, when you give a OPAC access, you are telling that, okay, don't spend too much time on all other stuff. Instead, go through these things. Okay, and then click. You want to learn about something? Go and learn here. Go and learn here. And of course, this digital library, right? That's another thing. Like Harvard thing, you can have that lot of ebooks you can load. Give the access to the students for those ebooks. They can download them. Okay, hope it answers the question, Bhanupati. So, by the way, we do have a few schools using our software. There is a Global City International School that uses the web OPAC, what I'm showing. Nauki's school in the Ramaya group uses the Easylib software. I have to check whether it's the latest one or not. Lot of St. Joseph group, Bishop Cotton group, Vidyanjali Academy, some of the, yeah, quite a few, more than a couple of dozen schools use our software. Okay. Yeah, Priya, go ahead. Priya, I can't hear you.
So one more question is like how much cost for college library?
How much?
It costs for college library.
Yeah, again for the college library, right, the cloud hosted environment costs between 48,000 to 96,000 usually per year. If you have got lots of collection, it will go to the higher end. If you have less collection, it will be less. Okay, and if you have a very small collection, that may the cost may be even further lower than none also. It basically can be as little as something like 36,000 per year. Okay, and that includes your software cost. The software cost includes the hosting cost on our server, and it includes the maintenance cost. So now, if you say, let's say you have about 1,000 students in your college, okay, let's aeroplane going over here. One moment. And for this entire access, right? Okay, what you are seeing, the whole software, including thousands of books that you upload, you know, the students' ability to borrow the books, return the books, get the SMS, real time, reserve the books, everything, right? Even if we charge something like 100 rupees per year per student. So if you have 1,000 students, 10,000, 1 lakh, right? It works out to something like 100 rupees per student per year. Okay, I'm talking about the highest end. And if it is have less collection, it may be hardly 50 rupees, right? And it's a small percentage of the students' fees. That's how we look at it. Yes, Priya, did we cover all questions?
No, sir, still there are some more questions
Go ahead,
about
go ahead.
buying the software, and they're asking, is it an open source software?
Okay. So, answer is no. It is not open source software. Let me tell you about the open source versus paid software. Okay. Somewhere you might have read there is no free lunch. Okay. When you go for an open source software, your software comes for complimentary. You don't pay for the licensing. But this is your open source software. You want to change something over here, you got to spend money. You want to change something here, you got to spend money. You want the fee calculation to be in a certain way. For example, in Easylib, right, we have got the fine calculation surcharge. Okay, so what it can do is first 10 days it can be 1 rupee fine, then 11th day to 20th day it can be 1 rupee 50 paisa, then 2 rupees per fine and all that. If it is not in the open source, you want that kind of feature, you got to spend about 80,000, 1 lakh rupee and all that, right? So if you want SMS integration, you got to spend money. In Easylib, very simple. You just go over here, go to the circulation, okay, library parameters. Again, because I am logged in as the library admin, so I have the access. Not everybody will have access. Okay, so there is a circulation system parameter screen. You just send SMS on issue of book. You say yes, renewal yes. This one, the SMS starts going right away. It will go. There is absolutely no other change required. Yes, you want the email to be send. That's it. Whether it's deployed on your server, our server, doesn't matter. Immediately the emails and SMS start going in. Now, but when you go with the open source software, you got to put effort. Okay, it's primarily the question of effort. So what we are doing in Easylib is that we are trying to package everything and give the best thing. So now, for example, it's like Linux versus Windows, right? Linux is open source, free, correct? But how many of us are using the Linux? What I'm giving the demo is on Mac, Apple Macintosh button. What I'm using this over here, other machine, is a Windows machine. Why? Because my time is very precious. And for me, I don't mind spending a little bit extra money to get the convenience that I want. So that's why I'm not using the Linux. But is Linux bad? No way. Linux is good. But I am not ready to spend the time it requires. Okay, so that's our logic and why we have not made it open source, and we maintain like this. And but one commitment is there. We want to make sure that the total cost of ownership of Easylib is less than any other competitors, including open source. Because I have seen some of our clients bought our version of the software back in 2002-03 for 40,000 rupees, and the annual maintenance cost is anywhere between 10 to 20,000 rupees or 25,000. And it just runs fine. 17 years or 15 years, no issues. We have provided a few upgrades, and this is the major upgrade. And it saves a lot of time and effort, right? So that's why that's where we add value to the thing. And one thing I want to tell you, it's the way when you go to this Harvard University or Stanford University website, right? They have so much of dependency on the vendors like us. They could do it by themselves. They can go deploy their software that they want, do everything. But why did they partner with Yeno, which is a private company? Because they see that by partnering with Yeno, they are able to reduce their own cost. So it's much better to pay whatever the money the Yeno is charging, but get what the librarian wants. What you want. After all, you are a librarian to bring more value to the students of the using the library, more than a software engineer who keeps on deploying the software. So that's our take. Hope it answers the question. Thank you. Yes, Priya?
Sir, they're asking how is it useful for the school students? And they're asking the cost of the software.
You tell the name of the person, no? 1 or 2 names, you can read it out. Okay. So
okay, sir. Brahmanand Sharma has asked, is the software applicable in school at 10+2 library? What will be the cost for installing the software?
Yeah. So absolutely, it's applicable in the 10+2 libraries. We have got lots of PUC colleges. If you see our website, right, it just happened that we were focusing so far primarily in Karnataka, and our market base even today is about 80% in Karnataka, 20% outside Karnataka, and outside India also. It's already running in UK, West Indies, it's running in Dubai, Nigeria, Kenya, some of these libraries. And next hour, we have already been talking to a few libraries in US that is not yet materialized, but it's running. So many of them are indeed school libraries. And cost wise, again, it ranges there 48,000 to 96,000 per year. Okay. And if it is really small, then you don't want all the modules, then it can come down further also. How it will be helpful, right? Again, the way you can put is I think I answered that question earlier for the school libraries. A lot of digital contents, you can make it available. Make your own life easier. So that's the way the software will help you. Yes, Priya?
So next question is by Simarpreet Kaur. Is this software applicable in school library and what will be the cost for installing the software?
Okay, the same answer what I gave earlier. Okay,
and is this available in Kerala?
Yes, answer is yes. It's available in Kerala, and we try to hire the people from the different states. Now the working from home, as for sure, has come as a blessing. You know, whatever comes, we try to take it as a blessing. So now working from home, it definitely has affected our travelability. But if we consider it as a blessing, how we can provide it? And now what we are doing is we are providing online service. So we will be able to provide you the service no matter which part of the world you are in, and no matter what time zone you are in, and definitely Kerala is covered part of the service.
Hi, sir. That's it for the today question. Actually, I have already sent the feedback link. That is for the feedback, not for register of the event. The heading is register for the event, sir. That's it, sir. No more questions. And they're asking the screen recording and PPT. Hello, Vasu sir. Hello. Hello.
Can you hear me, Priya?
Yes, sir. Now I can hear you.
Okay, fine. So what I was saying was that Mr. Shaukat's question was, dear sir, I'm a school librarian. If we could like to buy this software, where can we buy this? And what is the best about over Soul 2.0? Where we can buy the software? So definitely you can reach us. Our contact details are simple. info@easylibsoft.com. You can write. Our phone numbers are also on the website. I'll just read out for everybody's benefit. 97422 is one number of mine. This is Vasu. Then Siddhalingeshwara 98457 45630 is Siddhalingeshwara. Okay, and 98440 81710 is our main support line. You can call to any of these, and we'll be happy to answer this question. Okay, or help you. Now the question on how it is better than Soul 2.0. Okay, frankly, I saw Soul software a while ago, so I have not seen the latest one. But what we have done is here a lot of librarians. Okay, definitely for all of you also, our request is that feel free to provide the feedback. Okay, we will incorporate the changes, whatever you think is important. As far as the competing the softwares go, we don't try to go and compare one by one, because we don't want to get into the copyright issue. Instead, we want to do original stuff here. So whatever the entire Easylib software is made in India, all the software engineers who probably had choice to work with other companies are putting their effort in developing a made in India software for our colleges and keep the cost at as reasonable as possible. So we probably think that Easylib is the best, one of the best softwares in the market, and we'd be happy to take your feedback to even make it even better. Thank you.
So there is one more suggestion by Anjana Nayak.
Okay.
He said change the personal details, allow only in address, don't change the name. We have to give only allow the address.
Yes. Very important. By the way, thank you, Anjanaya. For everybody's benefit, Anjanaya is one of our major clients actually. He is based out of Tumkur. I'm very happy for Anjanaya having joined the meeting and constantly giving feedback to us. So really appreciate. And yes, he has got a very good point. One question I'll tell you what he asked was that software allows putting a phone number. What if he puts his neighbor's phone number? Okay. What if he puts somebody else's email? So there should be an OTP going, and so that way he will be able to put only the correct phone number. Those changes are getting done. We will be restricting some changes to like a phone number, email address, and all that, or we'll make it a configuration thing. Okay, Priya, somebody put a message saying that the feedback link is not working. Can you fix that?
Yes, sir. I'll check it into it. So they're asking the PPT and recording session.
Sure. Go ahead and you can share that. Okay. So, all right, Mohammed Danish says, thank you so much. And I'm just browsing through. Swati Yadav, so I couldn't read all the names, but I'm just browsing through this. Anjane Madam. Okay, we have the next. Hello, kid. How are you there? Satyadev, I see your child. Nice. See, this is the advantage of working from home. More lively, homely. Okay. Hi. Okay. So now let's see here feedback. Okay, so the next session will be on, we have not scheduled anything for tomorrow, but Monday afternoon, 2 o'clock, we have session on the entire application of Easylib, and Tuesday there will be web OPAC. Wednesday onwards, we will announce the schedule. Okay, so now it's almost time, 3:37, so we are past 10 minutes, and I would like to thank all of you for having joined the session. Given
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, feedback link is not working.
Feedback link is not working. One moment. Hold on.
Please check, sir.
Definitely, we'll check it out. Okay. So noted it. We'll check it. Thank you so much. Okay. If that is not working, we'll send an alternate link. Okay. Thank you. That was Mr. Brahmanand, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for the nice session, sir.
Thank you so much. Yeah, others want to give the feedback verbally. Priya, you can unmute everybody if it is possible. If anybody wants to share the thing,
So they can unmute themselves.
Share. Okay, we'll just stay for a couple of minutes. I know there are a lot of people. So, okay, I'll just wait for a minute and then we'll disconnect.
So they're asking the certificate.
Oh yeah, certificates. What we will do is we will upload it, and yes, we will give the certificate. It will be made available. Probably we will, if you don't mind, we'll use our own Easylib software, wherein we'll upload the certificate. You can search your name and download it. Okay, so that's a possibility right here. That's the advantage of this whole thing. We'll do that. Thank you so much. Okay. I'll wait for a minute or two. You can ask the questions. Otherwise, we'll. Oh, feedback link is working. Okay. Dr. Mallikarjuna has given the feedback. Sorry. Priya, we can see the chat even after the call.
So it's recording. So even the chat session also will be recorded.
Okay. So because there are some email IDs people have put, we want to make sure it's accessible. Okay. All right. We'll conclude the meeting. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Stay safe. As said earlier, let's take this scenario as a blessing to make the best use of this time. and improve our knowledge. Thank you so much. Thanks, everybody. Bye. Priya, we can conclude the call. Thanks.
Thank you everyone for attending the webinar. It's nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
We'll have another session on Monday.
Right. I see Madam Shakuntala Das over here. So I'm just seeing it's nice to see a lot of your faces. So good. After this COVID scenario, we'll probably make one live demo somewhere. Okay. Thank you. I'll disconnect.